Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Sabadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakantamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kamta Radha Kamta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Pancha Kalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayeva Chapatitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge which can be very joyfully performed, and the everlasting knowledge, Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, now we are nicely studying in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 18 slokas. In every sloka we are understanding, we are getting so much knowledge about our Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. We know that the first 6 chapters, mainly in the first 6 chapters, Lord Sri Krishna is talking about mainly our self, Atma, soul. Then starting from the 7th chapter, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, these 6 chapters all about Krishna. Everything about Krishna. Maya Sakta Manaha Partha Yogam Yunjan Madasrayagam. Asamsayam Samagram Mam Yatha Nyasasi Tachno. That's what in the 7th chapter, first sloka, Krishna said. So Asamsayam Samagram Mam Yatha Nyasasi Tachno. So without any doubt. So how to know about me completely, you hear from me. So that's what Krishna said. Starting from that sloka onwards, 7th chapter, first sloka, the entire 7th chapter, that 7th chapter itself is titled as the knowledge of the Absolute. Then we studied about the 8th chapter, we studied attaining the Supreme. Then in the 9th chapter, which we are studying right now, the most confidential knowledge. So Krishna is giving us all the secrets, what we need to know, because we are not envious of Krishna. Pravakshyami anasuyabe. I'm explaining to you because you are not envious of me. So that's what Krishna told Arjuna. And we are studying Bhagavad Gita. We are understanding whatever Krishna told Arjuna. So what does that mean? So that means we are not envious of Krishna. That's why Krishna is giving us this knowledge. Krishna is teaching us this Bhagavad Gita. So that way in the 9th chapter, the most confidential knowledge, we understand very, very clearly, we are studying that everything rests upon Krishna. So just like the wind, mighty wind, which is blowing everywhere, which is always in the sky, rests on the sky. Yatha, that's what, Yatha sarvagatam saukshmat akasham nopalipyate sarvatra. So Krishna is saying that sarvabhutani kauntaya. So Krishna is saying that everything is rests upon me, just like the mighty wind blowing everywhere. So which is resting, which is always in the sky. So that's what Krishna is saying there. So that's what Krishna is saying there. So wherever we go, so we are always under Krishna's control. So that's what. So that's what in the 9th chapter, 6th sloka, we studied. Krishna says that very, very clearly. So we understood that very clearly that Krishna is always controlling everything. So what Krishna is teaching there in the 9th chapter, 6th sloka, what we studied it, Yathakasa. Yathakasa sitho nityam vayuga sarvatra gomaha. So tatha sarvani bhutani matsani. So tatha sarvani bhutani matsani upadaryam. So that's what Yathakasa. So Yathakasa sitho nityam vayuga sarvatra gomaha. So that's what. So the other sloka what I was quoting is that Yatha sarvakatam saukshmat akasham nopalipyate. So that sloka Krishna is teaching us that the akasha, the sky which is pervading everywhere, it doesn't mix with anything. So that's what Yatha sarvakatam saukshmat akasham nopalipyate. Sarvatra avasthita deghe tathatma nopalipyate. So similarly, the Atma which is staying inside this body everywhere, it doesn't mix with the body. Whereas in the 9th chapter, 6th sloka, what we studied, Yatha, Krishna is teaching us very clearly, Yatha sarvagatam saukshma, so Yatha kaso sito nityam, vayuga sarvatra gomahan. So this vayu, the mighty wind, which is sarvatra gomahan, which is blowing everywhere, so it always rests upon the sky. Similarly, Tatha sarvani bhutani matstani upatarya. So that way we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So now in the sloka what we studied in the 18th sloka also, which we are going to revise today. So we understand that Krishna is everything. So that's what in the 9th chapter, in the most confidential knowledge, we are understanding all about Krishna. And similarly in the 10th chapter, again, the Vishwarupa, so the opulence of the Absolute. So there also Krishna is explaining, Krishna is giving us all the knowledge about himself. And when Arjuna asked Krishna to tell about himself fully, and Krishna told that there is no end to his divine manifestations. So that way Krishna told Arjuna that Hantate kadayisyami divyagi atma vibhudayaha pradhanyataka kurusresto nastyamto vistarasyami. So because there is no end to my divine opulences. So I shall explain to you only those which are prominent. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. So that way in the 10th chapter about the opulence of the Absolute, we understand everything about Krishna. Similarly, in the 11th chapter about the Vishwarupa, about the universal form. Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drashtum iti prabhu yogeswara tato me tvam darsayatmanam avyam. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. So, oh Krishna, if you think that I can see your universal form, Vishwarupa, then please show it to me. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. And there also Krishna showed his universal form. So Krishna is there, Pasyame, so Partha Rupani, Satosta, Sahasrasaga, Nana Vidani Divyani, Nana Varnakruti Nicha. So that's what Krishna told. And but Krishna told Arjuna that my divine form, my universal form is you cannot see. Natumam sakyase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha. Natumam sakyase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha. You cannot see my universal form with your own eyes right now. So divyam dadami te chakshugu pasyame yogamaiswaram. So I shall give you divine eyes by which you can see my wonderful universal form. So that way Krishna showed his universal form, Vishwarupa, which Arjuna also explained to Krishna himself, that what he was seeing in Krishna's universal form. So that way, even though we are not able to see Krishna's universal form, but we are able to understand very well how Krishna's universal form, Vishwarupa, looked like from what Arjuna have explained. So that way, we are very fortunate. So we are understanding everything about Krishna's universal form in the 11th chapter. So, and the 12th chapter, again, the Bhakti Yoga, the devotional service. So like that, all these 6 chapters, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, everything all about Krishna. So that's what we need to understand. So the first 6 chapters are all about ourselves, the Atma. In the 2nd chapter, sloka number 11 to 30, all these 20 slokas, continuously Krishna explained to us very clearly, very, very clearly that we are the soul. All about soul we have understood very clearly by studying these slokas. Everything. Everything what we need to know, we understand scientifically. That's what is very important. We need to accept the reality. We need to understand the science. Simply just, if you don't believe in this science, or if you don't accept, that is simply our ignorance. That's it. So with ignorance, we are going to struggle and suffer. That's it. We need to understand. So if the doctor says you have a problem, you have a disease, so now you need to take medicine. So some diseases have to be cured only by medicine. So we need to take those medicines. So if you don't take antibiotics, so then certain diseases cannot be cured at all. So we need to understand that. So like that, here we have to understand, we have to accept this Bhagavad Gita as the science. So then we are going to get the knowledge. Then we are going to enjoy. That's the scientific realization we need to have. That here we need to accept first what Krishna is teaching us. So as facts. So as Arjuna himself accepted, Sarvameta Ritam Manye Yanmam Vadasi Kesava, Yanmam Vadasi Kesava. So Ritam Manye. So everything I accept. So whatever Kesava, whatever you are speaking to me, whatever you are explaining to me. So Yanmam Vadasi Kesava. So to me, whatever you are explaining, so I accept everything as the truth, everything as the fact. So that's what Arjuna told, the same thing. So just that qualification only what we need, which we all have it. So that is the reason we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. That's the reason we are able to make continuous progress. And I'm sure by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are going to make tremendous progress in this life. When Krishna wants us to go to Goloka with him, so and then we are ready to offer everything to Krishna. We are ready to surrender unto Krishna. So then definitely that is going to happen. It is happening. We are getting the knowledge. And we are able to feel Krishna's mercy. We are able to experience Krishna's blessings. Definitely in our life. So many things which are happening in the way which should happen for us, because Krishna is doing it. Krishna is helping. So that way we should never ever, like I was explaining in detail yesterday, so that we should never ever worry about anything or think that we are having some issues or problems. So when Krishna is there, everything comes from him. He is the Supreme Lord. So we need not worry at all. So just fully depending on Krishna will solve all our problems. That realization we are getting from this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So that's why when Krishna says that Sarva Bhavena Bharata means in all respect, in all circumstances, in all respects, we need to understand. We need to render devotional service unto Krishna. We need to surrender unto Krishna. So that's what Tameva Saranam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. So Krishna says. Then Krishna says also that anyone who understands that without any confusion that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yomam Evam Asammudo Jnanati Purushottamam Sasarva Vidbhajati Mam Sarva Bhavena Bharata. So that way there also Krishna is using that Sarva Bhavena Bharata. So when we will render devotional service unto him in all respects, if we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any doubt. So that means we will be able to surrender unto Krishna in all respects. That's what Tameva Saranam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Then by Krishna's mercy, Tat Prasada Param Shantim Sthanam Prapsasi Saswatam. What else we need? If we simply surrender unto Krishna in all respects, if we simply know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any doubt, so that means we are going to render devotional service. So that means we are going to surrender unto Krishna. We are going to render devotional service to Krishna in all respects. When that is going to happen? That is going to happen only when we know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any doubt. That's what Yomam Evam Asammudo Jnanati Purushottamam. Then Sasarva Ved. So he is the knower of everything. If we just know that, then we know everything. If we don't know that, that means we know nothing. We don't know anything. If we don't know, then Krishna is the Purushottama. If you don't understand, if you don't realize, if you don't accept that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Krishna is the Purushottama, so that means we don't know anything. So, whereas if we know that, that means we know everything. So that's what Sarva Ved. So he is the knower of everything. So then we can render devotional service unto Krishna in all respects. So if we do that, then Tameva Saranam Gacha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. So if we are going to render devotional service and if we are going to surrender unto Krishna in all respects, then Tat Prasadat Param Shanti Sthanam Prapsasi Saswatam. Then by his mercy, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are going to get the supreme peace of mind, the supreme abode, Param Shantim. Then Sthanam Prapsasi Saswatam. So Sthanam Prapsasi Saswatam means we will achieve. Prapsasi, that is Saswatam Sthanam. So Saswatam Sthanam means it is the permanent place, permanent abode. So that's why Krishna said that having come to this temporary miserable world, so Dukkalayam Asaswatam, Anityam Asukkam Lokam Dukkalayam Asaswatam. So this material world is the Sthanam Asaswatam. So this is the Asaswatam Sthanam. So this is a temporary place. Whereas Krishna's world, Goloka, so that is Saswati. So Sthanam Prapsasi Saswati. Saswati Sthanam. So this is Asaswati Sthanam, Asaswatam Sthanam, this material world. And Krishna's world, Goloka, is the Saswatam Sthanam. So we can achieve Krishna, Goloka, that is Prapsasi. So that is possible only when we completely surrender unto Krishna. When we render devotional service unto Krishna in all respects. And that all will happen only when we know without any doubt Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And how we will know that Krishna is the Supreme Person without any doubt? Simply by studying this Bhagavad Gita, understanding all the slokas, like how we are studying every day over a period of time. We will know that Krishna, we already know, all of us already were joining and attending this Bhagavad Gita class for a long time. Now we have no doubt, no one can come and confuse us. No one can come and shake our faith. Our faith is now extremely strong. We are very much fond of Krishna only. Nobody can change that. So because we have the knowledge, we have the understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and we don't care if anyone say anything else because they don't have the knowledge. So that's what we need to understand. So because our faith on Krishna is completely based on this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's what is very important. Krishna is giving us this science. Very scientifically, Krishna is teaching us everything. So now we know everything makes sense, that we are the soul, we are not the body, and we are taking repeated births in this material world because our materialistic attachments, our desires, materialistic desires. So that's what is bringing us back to this material world again and again, so that we understand. And now we know the way to escape from this material world is to give up all the attachments, is to give up everything. That's what is very important. We need to give up all the attachments. So that is going to happen by Krishna's causeless mercy only, because only when we are attached to Krishna fully, when we have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we listen to Krishna, when we are attached to Krishna, then only we are going to give up all our materialistic attachments. Then only it's going to happen. Otherwise, it's very difficult. It's not only very difficult, it's not going to happen. If you don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then there is no way we are going to go to Goloka. And Krishna gives the knowledge. Because Mattaga Smrita Jnanam Apohanam Cha. From me comes the remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So Krishna is giving us the knowledge. That's why we are able to understand this Bhagavad Gita. Because we are getting the knowledge directly from the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He's teaching us. Krishna is the great teacher. And he's giving us the king of knowledge. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are directly listening from Krishna. Like Arjuna. Arjuna got the knowledge directly from Krishna. And we are getting the knowledge directly from Krishna. Because we are studying the same slokas what Krishna told Arjuna. Exactly the same slokas. So that means whatever Arjuna heard from Krishna in the middle of the battlefield, the same thing we are hearing every day when we study this Bhagavad Gita. So there is simply no difference at all. It is exactly the same. How fortunate we are. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have finished 18 slokas in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in every sloka now we are understanding very well how Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So in the sloka number 17, what we studied, Krishna is teaching us in the sloka number 17 in the 9th chapter. Pitahamasya jagato mata data pitamahaka Vedyam pavitram omkara ruksamaya jure vacha. So I am the Pita, father, for this entire universe, Jagato. And I am the Mata, mother, and I am the Data, the supporter, the maintainer. And I am the grandfather, Pitamaha. And I am to be known, Vedyam. And I am the pure syllable Om, Omkara, Pavitram Omkara, which purifies. So, and Riksama Yajur Evacha. So I am the Vedas, Rik Vedas, Sama Veda, Yajur Vedas. So that's what Krishna says. We studied, we understood very clearly. Krishna is everything. So I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I'm the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I'm also the Rig, the Sama, and the Yajur Vedas. I was taught in the school, or in general, people say that Mata, Pita, Guru, Deva. So that's what they say. So first mother, next father, then third one is Guru, and then fourth one is Devam. So Devam, God comes only as the fourth person. First importance things to the mother. That's what they say. But here Krishna says that I am the Mata, I am the mother, and I am the Pita, I am the father. Of course, Krishna is the Guru. Krishna is teaching us this Bhagavad Gita. He is a Jagat Guru. Krishna is giving us this knowledge. So Krishna is the Guru. And Krishna is the Devam. Krishna is the God. So everything is Krishna. We need to understand that. So that knowledge we need to have. So then in the next sloka, 9th chapter, 18th sloka, what we studied, Krishna continued. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasaka Sharanam Suhurt Prabhavaga Pralayastan Nidanam Bijamavyayam. So I am the Gatir, the goal. I am the Bharta, the maintainer, sustainer. I am the Lord. I am the Master, Prabhu. And I am the witness, Sakshi. And Nivasagam, so I am the abode. Saranam, I am the refuge, and Surat, I am the well-wisher, so I am the intimate friend. And Prabhavaga, Pralayaga, I am the source of creation and annihilation. And Sthanam, so the ground. Nidhanam, and resting place, Bijam Abhyayam, the eternal seed. So that's what Krishna is saying. He is everything, Krishna. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place and the eternal seed. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying in this sloka number 19 today. Tapamyaham maham varsham Nigrihnami utsujami cha Amartham chaiva mrityuscha Saddasachaham Arjuna. So I am the heat, tapami aham, and I am the rain, aham varsha. Nigrihnami, I withhold. Utsrujami, I send forth. So that's what Nigrihnami, Utsrujami, I withhold and send forth. So that way, heat and rain and everything is under Krishna's control. We need to understand it. Rasogam apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sasi suryayo pranavaga sarva vedesu sabdaka ke paurusham dusu. That's what we studied in the 7th chapter. So I am the taste in water, Rasoham Apsu, Kaunteya. So I am the light in the sun and moon. Prabhashmi, Sasi Surya, I am the light of the sun and moon. Pranavaga Sarva Vedesu. So I am the syllable Om in all the Vedas. So Sabdaha came, Paurusham Rishum. I am the sound in the ether and ability in men. So like that here Krishna is teaching that I am the heat and I am the rain and I withhold and send forth. Amritam Chaiva Mrityushcha. So I am also Amritam, the immortality, and Mrityu, the death. So both Krishna is saying, and Saddasa Chagam Arjuna. I am both the spirit and matter, Sad and Asad. So that's what means. That's what Krishna is teaching here in the 19th sloka. So, O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. So that way, we have to understand that everything is in Krishna. Everything is under Krishna's control. So that's what we need to know. So we have to simply surrender unto Krishna. So that Krishna who controls everything, we know that everything in Krishna's control, but simply by loving him so much, by having so much devotion unto Krishna, we can control Krishna. That's what we need to do. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, who is Maheshwara, Parameshwara, Yogeshwara, Vishweshwara, Rishikesha, all such Krishna, that Supreme Personality of God, he can simply be controlled by pure, unalloyed devotional service. That's what we need to do that. So that way, our Krishna, the Supreme Lord, will be always be able to help us. Even though he wants to help us, we should let him to help us. So that is possible only with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 19th sloka in the 9th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We'll chant 2 rounds of mantra, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimiradasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmiritam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Any Pepper Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for another beautiful class tonight. I learned a lot. I'm very encouraged, but no questions tonight. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
By Krishna's cosmic mercy, I'm fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. So, Guruji, after this chapter is when we have Vishwadarsanam, right?
After this opulence of the absolute, 10th chapter, so then only in the 11th chapter only Vishwarupa. Yes,
okay, Guruji.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Vibhuti Yoga. Next chapter is Vibhuti Yoga. So then only Vishwarupa. Yes,
okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Shashi Kopat Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Guruji, it's a long time I've spoken to you.
Yes.
Though I'm not able to join, but I listen to the recordings regularly.
YouTube, yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much for all the wonderful classes, and you have actually created the path for us to go ahead
Mataji.
and
Krishna's mercy.
achieve Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much for all the effort that you're taking.
I'm very happy
And no
to talk with you after now. Yes, Mataji, quite some time.
Yes,
Very nice. I hope Krishna's mercy, everything he will take care. Yes, Mataji, everything will go good.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sangeeta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Mataji.
Yes, another beautiful class, and yes, everything is clear. So every time Krishna says this only, if you surrender to me, then I'm going to take care of everything, and He's everything. So all the worries, you have to leave and just think about why we have come here, and we have to just be under Krishna's consciousness. And thank you so much, for guiding us every day, so that because at times, we are not able to, we just get distracted. But your classes and the YouTube videos when we watch, so they are so helpful. And so thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mahalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Arke Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you Guruji for the nice class. Again, we are grateful for this continuous effort that is being made by you to keep us in Krishna consciousness. No questions again. Thank you very much Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you very much. Very interesting to know that the first part, Krishna talks about our own soul, and then later he talks about himself.
Yes,
So, Guruji, understanding this Bhagavad Gita is the biggest secret. Yes, Guruji, and it's all with your help. Thank you so much for the class. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, very much for this wonderful class today. Also, we are feeling blessed hearing daily all
Yes,
about Krishna's pastimes. Thank you, Guruji, for everything. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mahalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my obeisances, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
This class was highly informative, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I have only one doubt, Prabhuji, it is like out of the class today. See, why people are intervening with the creations of God, that is the result what they got because of this Titan Ocean Gate, that company. Is that so, Prabhuji? I think time to time again, we are getting some or the other proof, like Krishna is taking care of everything. Why they want to unnecessarily probe and find out what is the secret of the Lord creations, those things. I just wanted to know for my purification, Prabhuji.
I mean, everything happens in this material world because everybody is forced to act by the three modes of material nature. So when a devotee is fully with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so when a devotee is engaged in Krishna's devotional service, so that means whatever we do, if it is going to serve Krishna, we need to understand that all the results belong to Krishna. That's very important. So if you fully depend on Krishna, so then we don't have to consider anything as success or failure. For us, doing it for Krishna only is a success. That's it. The end result doesn't matter at all. So that way, here, without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so we are doing all kinds of things. So that means we are not doing anything. The three modes of material nature are doing everything. That's what we need to do. So that simply shows that we are ignorant. So we are controlled by the mode of Rajoguna, passion and ignorance and things like that. So that way, this is a material world. So all such things, a lot of things will happen only. So many things are happening every day. Every day the news is full of all kinds of different things. So we need to understand and realize that this kind of things will continue in the material world only because it is Dukkalayam. It's a miserable place, and it is Saswadam, it's a temporary place. All such things we already know that. So there is nothing suddenly is happening new. Everything is happening not only in this planet, everywhere, all the material worlds. So these things are continuously happening only, Mataji. So Only a devotee with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita should understand that the time is limited. We have to use everything in Krishna's service, and we have to fully engage ourselves in Krishna's service. And yajna, dana, tapa, karma. So those kind of activities we have to do. We have to engage ourselves in those kind of activities. And we should do anything only if it is for serving Krishna. So if it is to please Krishna, so then there is no problem. Anything other than that, without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so that means it's all carried out by the three modes of material nature, and we need to face the results, whatever it is. You understand that, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Perfectly, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Hare
pranam.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the class. Thank you for giving us the divine eyes, actually, or the divine ears to listen to Krishna's opulences.
Eyes of knowledge.
Yes.
Krishna is giving us the
Yes.
eyes of knowledge. Yes.
Divine ears also, we need to really understand that no, Guruji. So thank you so much. Very happy to hear Sashikopan Mataji's voice also today.
Yes, actually, Sashikopan
Yeah,
Mataji.
after such a long
I'm
time.
just unmuting Mataji also, I know.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sashikopan Mataji. So happy to hear you meeting a long lost friend.
Same. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I could not keep in touch. There's a little bit got too busy. Yesterday itself, Shashireka Mataji had called and we were discussing. So I told I am not even able to message. I shall surely, but I follow on Instagram. I follow Sumati Mataji. She's very active.
How is Sashireka Mataji? Sashikopan Mataji? I have also not spoken with her for a long time. Yeah.
Yes, she's doing good. She's doing great. Guruji, she's doing great.
And Chandrakanta Mataji also.
Yeah. Chandrakanta Mataji must have gone to Canada, I think.
Yeah, she's reached Canada last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything is fine, Guruji, by God's mercy and your blessings, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
And nice talking to Sumati Mataji.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much for the class. I'm actually driving now. I will not be able to talk much, Guruji.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class.
Thank you, Mataji.
Today's class was very nice, actually. Gaining knowledge of Krishna is the Paripurna Jnana. All other things are really unwanted.
Yes.
It was nice class, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Subhalakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Krishna is everywhere. Bhrata, Bharta, Pita, Mata, Daivam.
Everything.
All Krishna. Everywhere, Sarvavyapi is in ourselves. Inner also, Krishna is there. Atma is Krishna is there. Everywhere, Krishna is there.
Yes, Mataji.
Bhagavad Swarupa is Krishna.
We need to realize
What you are explaining that Mata, Pita, Guru, Bhakti, air, everything is Krishna. He said, His grace is our son. God grace. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, we are in class, Krishna's class.
Yes, Mataji.
Krishna grace is ourself. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare
Very
Krishna.
wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam.
Really interesting, wonderful session today also, in which we have elaborated in the beginning how many chapters belong to which and currently we are studying about Lord Krishna himself in all the chapters. And as you have said, he is the he is the fire, he is the control of how the rain coming, going. Now in total sum, he is in every activity. We should consider that. And you have very beautifully tried to relate the Krishna consciousness with the daily happenings, which shocks us in the day-to-day life. The real devotee has said. Thank you, Guruji, for your wonderful class and motivating us for Krishna consciousness and removing the fear in us and clearing the bondage with the materialistic world. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mohan and Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Guruji.
Yes,
excellent class. The last few slogas, what we can learn, everything is Krishna, Guruji. That is what we have to understand, I think. We have to reach that mental stage, and that stage, we have to see everything as Krishna. Then only, I think we have to reach that level. That is what I have learned from these slogas. Everything is Krishna only. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Thank you for your class and your effort. Because of you, we are learning this Bhagavad Gita and understanding something every day. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Kanvat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rambanandi, sir. Nalla class.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Prabhu.
By the costless mercy of Krishna, today's wonderful class I attended. Krishna's endless opulence, that is what Arjuna has received from Krishna, and Arjuna directly heard from Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. In the same way, we are also directly hearing from Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. And to attach to Krishna is the same thing as giving up all attachments, material attachments. In this lecture, it is all about Krishna, confidential knowledge. Krishna tells like mighty wind controlling everything, and it is all pervading the sky but does not mix with the sky. In the same way, Atma also does not mix with the body. Krishna, in his universal form, Arjuna sees him in divine eyes. We understand through Arjuna's perception the same thing. Arjuna, after seeing everything, tells that everything I accept, whatever you explain. He told Krishna like that. We are able to explain Krishna's, we are able to experience Krishna's blessings. Krishna is helping us. We should not worry about anything. And we have to have faith in Krishna. We will achieve the permanent abode. We have to always remember that Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead through the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If we don't know that Krishna is Purushottam, we know nothing. In all respects, we need to surrender unto Krishna. When we have any doubt, without any doubt, we have to surrender unto Krishna. And the last slokas, 18th sloka, Krishna tells, I am the goal, I am the sustainer, I am the Lord, I am the witness, I am the abode, I am the refuge, I am the dearest friend, I am the creation as well as annihilation, I am the ground, I am the resting place, I am the eternal seed. And today's 19th sloka, Krishna tells, I send forth the heat, I send forth the rain, I withhold them. I am the immortality, I am the death personified, I am the spirit, I am the matter. So Krishna tells everything is himself, and we have to understand it properly. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Today, I understand, Prabhuji, we are always under Krishna's control. Krishna is controlling everything. The Atma in our body is in our Atma in our body, but not mixed with our body. When Krishna is there, everything comes from him. We should not worry for anything. Krishna is Supreme Personality without any doubt. So we should surrender Krishna in all respects by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, offering prasada, and understanding Bhagavad Gita, spreading Bhagavad Gita knowledge, and doing devotional services to Krishna. We are going to Krishna only. We will achieve permanent abode. This world is temporary place. Goloka is Shaswata Sthanam. We need to give up all the attachments and only attach to Krishna with Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Krishna gives Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We are getting Bhagavad Gita knowledge directly from Krishna. Krishna is father, mother, supporter, Pitamaha to this universe. Krishna is Samaveda and Yajurveda. Krishna is everything. Krishna is Jagat Guru. Krishna is imperishable seed, is supreme controller. Krishna is always with us. Only we enjoy leaving everything to Krishna. Krishna is heat, rain. Everything is under Krishna's control. By loving him, loving Krishna, surrendering to Krishna, we will go to Krishna, Goloka. Only Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. We are very lucky having your classes, Prabhuji, daily. From Krishna's mercy is with us. So we have Guru like you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I am knowing so many things. Before I don't know anything. Prabhuji.
Bhagavad Gita, we understand everything, yes, Mataji.
But I don't know how to apply to my daily life, Prabhuji.
Krishna will guide you. Krishna will guide us, no doubt, Mataji. He will guide us.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Pranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Pranam. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Thank you so much for the class. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Pranam.
Pranam, Mataji. Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
So today at a special class, the interaction session also is very wonderful, well experienced. People have put their observation, interpretation, their understanding to Krishna, to go into the Krishna conscious state. See, very well said. So the earlier Mataji, see, all this year in childhood, we used to learn about something, Alexander Great, Aurangzeb Great, this history and all. So it should have been there that Mataji has told as a supreme personality of Krishna. From the childhood, this would have been taught. But unfortunately, our school system, everything is misplaced. Anyway, so as a teacher, she put point by point. I gone back to my Gomati teacher in 40, 50 years back. She was used to tell like this. Yeah. So basically, the Krishna, see how Adbhut personality he is. In Guruvayurappan, as a childhood nature, he gives everything. A child, when it speaks about Veda, Upanishad, and all these things, it is Swaya Swarupa of all Vedas, and it is like a childlike state. It says the humanhood that you become child. When you become child, only think about me and imagination or whatever it is. You will not do any sin. So when a person have a childlike state, they may not commit any sin. They will be a very playful, mischievous, and all these things. But the hurting other people or whatever it is, it never comes. So Krishna in a Swarupa of child in Guruvayurappa, in Narayanam, it everything is explained, so greatly explained, so that mankind can learn everything. So in Bhagavad Gita also, it is basically it explains in details. A lot of interpretation, all these things are there. There are many Krishna Leela, we can learn many things. So it's so great to understand about Krishna. So all this year we learned about something historical, which is not take us to Golaka. So we should have started learning Krishna from the childhood. That is what is important. At least we can, going forward, next generation we can impart those Krishna's consciousness, so people can learn about Krishna. So that is a thing, Guruji. Very nice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Saru Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
It's a really nice class. Moni Prabhu has rightly mentioned. So, from childhood itself, we want to go through Gita. Really, it is very essential because my life not reading Bhagavad Gita. Now I realize that as much I can, I will try to connect with Lord Krishna. Yesterday, so many classes. My Guruji, I can express everything. So there are so many Gurus, but they teach. I want to engage my Gita whenever I find time. I don't like to miss it at whatever conditions me. Yesterday, Motisan, very young, when you were a student, you started teaching and guiding Bhagavad Gita. Like that, a young devotee, like a student, I feel brilliant explanation. Motisan Vishnu or something like that. Very young, 20. Nicely is a description, what it may be. I don't like to waste my time as I wasted. But I have not started. Now I realize any moment, whenever you Pranam Guruji, very wonderful class, nice class. We are very fortunate. You are giving us so much knowledge, so without which you cannot move an inch. So there are. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna